Hey everybody, I'm Tuckifer,
And I'm Enigma.
and welcome to Storytime, where maybe it's true.
Maybe it's not. We let you decide.
Okay,
Just one time. Oh, wait.
trying to think. I just started thinking that, this is a good opportunity for me to come clean about a lot of stuff I've done bad throughout my life that you've been witness to and been sworn to secrecy. There's a few of them.
Thankfully, nobody knows who we are actually in real life. So
We just gotta keep that in mind for when people ask for a face reveal. They're like, well, hang on a minute, you did reveal a lot of important stuff.
Right?
Let's do when we worked at the grocery store and I may or may not have messed with the customer's food for the first time.
Oh, not that story, dude.
I want to tell it.
That poor guy. He
Screw
was a
him.
Jerk. He was a jerk.
He was a
Who
douche
cares?
and a half. And 3/4, 0.5. Okay, so what happened was Benigma and I were being rushed.
That's a lot of douche.
I know. And this guy was just being a total jerk about everything. He came up with an attitude, asking for a certain kind of lunch meat. I was like, all right, I'm trying. And then I went over to Benigma and I was like, hey, I gotta get this done. And thankfully, the slicers were behind the counter. I couldn't really see anything. But he's like, dude, I got soap on these right now. I gotta finish wiping them off. I can't just let you slice stuff with soap on them. That's messed up. And I go, what about this one? He goes, that one was cutting raw chicken. So or no, not that it was cutting raw chicken. No. You had the blade safety cover.
Yeah.
Was sitting. I had set it down on a counter I wasn't supposed to. And there had been raw chicken there, so there was a chance of salmonella poisoning. That's what it was. And we didn't want a chance giving salmonella poisoning. So I couldn't use that one either because it had to be washed, and you can't use it without a guard because it's dangerous.
Cut your finger off.
So I told the guy, I'm like, sorry, it's going to be about 1.5 minute, 2-minute wait while he finishes washing this off. And he's like, oh my gosh, just get your job done. And I was
Yeah,
like,
he was going off for
I was like, okay, I'm ready.
ever.
I was like, sir, horribly sorry. Get this done as soon as we can. Just a moment.
You never mess with people that's messing with your food.
Never be mean to anyone who's serving you food.
That's right.
So this is what happened. So
Life's greatest lesson.
a few minutes goes by. This guy's getting huffy and puffy. He's on the phone complaining with his wife.
He's about to blow the store down.
Yeah. And Little Pigs reference. Nice.
Thank you.
Anyway, but so he's getting all upset, and Benigma finally gets done, and I ask him, I'm like, sir, how thick? He's like, just cut it. And I was like, okay, so I'll just do a
Yeah,
regular
he
cut.
was.
So I start cutting it, and I go, how much do you want? He goes, I said 1.5 pounds. I was like, all right. So I finish cutting it. I get it in the bag, and somehow I was trying to zip it up, and you have to wear gloves to serve food. And while I was trying to zip it up, since I had the juices from the meat on my hand and just other crap in general, the bag slips out of my hand, right? Now, let me explain something to you first. These are all the things we do. Not only are we walking around with our shoes in our feet, we walk through the whole store, we walk through there. We go outside and take out trash, then walk through there. Like, the floor is not clean.
Not even close.
And we also have a chicken fryer back there. So, like, there's grease all over the floor. The floor is horribly sick. It's, like, seriously gross. Anytime.
Not only is there grease everywhere, there's raw meat juice everywhere too.
Oh, that too. Ugh. Not to mention all the dirty stuff just in general that
Yeah.
comes with the places. So, every night we would, like, hose down the floor, get the floor all soaking wet, put soap on the floor, get a scrubber, scrub it down, then get a squeegee and squeegee all the water towards the drain.
Those were fun nights.
Mm-hmm. Yep, different story. Anyway, it's not like that. Don't be like that. Anyway, so the floor is disgusting. My hands are slippery from trying to get this. I try to zip up the bag, and I drop it. I didn't just drop it, like I dropped it, and over half the meat spilled out onto the floor. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Thankfully, the guy's back was turned.
Yeah, he wasn't looking the whole time, so it's behind the counter, and I walk over and I go, sir, I'm horribly sorry. And he goes, I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care what's happening. I want my stuff, and I want it now, and I'm going to your manager. Do you want to lose your job? And I looked at him, and a lot of stuff was going through my mind.
And he looked at me.
And I looked at Benigma,
I smiled.
and I turned back to the guy, and I smiled, and I said, all right, I'm sorry about my incompetence. I'll get it for you right now. I go back around the corner. I bend down. I scoop all the meat off the floor that now looks disgusting into the bag. Zip it up. Walk over to the counter and go, sorry about your wait. And I hand it to him. He goes, idiot. And he walks off. And I was like,
Who's the idiot now?
yep. I don't feel bad. This didn't ruin my day. I feel like I have done what needed to be done to get things done, to have them done. Done.
Yeah, we laughed about it for like months
Oh
and
my
months.
gosh, so long.
What made it
We
even,
still laugh about it.
Yeah, what made it even better was the guy came in, like, 2 weeks later and got more?
Yeah, and I was like, he was like, this, that, and the other. And I was like, how do you want it cut, sir? And he's like, same cut as last time. And I'm like, man, I've seen like 70 customers since then. I did remember him because of what happened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. And I turned around and I'm like, hey, do you want it the same way as last time? Because I'm going to have to, drop it on the ground for you. But that means that he ate it. All of it. Him and his wife, who was listening to him go off on us on the phone. I'm assuming his wife. He kept saying honey, so.
I hope it was, well,
I hope he didn't have kids.
poor kids.
Whatever, I don't care. It's
Not their fault.
No. Moral of the story. I don't care how bad of a time you're having somewhere, having your food made, you're with your waiter or waitress or whatever. If you have to take food back because something's wrong with it, be as polite and apologetic that you need them to change it as you can. If it's because pickles are on your hamburger, you didn't order pickles, take it back and say, I'm really sorry, I'm just allergic to pickles. Like, lie. I don't care. But don't be like, you suck at your job. Never say that to someone who is, one, handling your food, or two, cutting your hair,
Yeah, don't do that either.
or even I'd say working on your car.
If you've all seen the movie Waiting, yeah, you know what we're talking about here.
Yep, for real. All right, well, this has been story time. I'm Tuckifer.
And I'm Benigma.
And again, I did that out of order. Let's try that again.
Okay.
And I'm Tuckifer.
And I'm Benigma.
Wait, why did I say and I'm? All right, I'm Tuckifer.
And I'm Benigma.
This has been story time, where maybe it's true.
Maybe it's not. We let you decide.
If you get a problem with it, we'll take your meat and throw it on the cold hard ground.
Nice.